Okay, publisher journey video of the day. Today I worked on my publishing business a little bit, working on a book I published before in the past actually, but I feel like looking at it, I ordered a copy of it off the copy, and I was like, you know what, I could do better. So I'm revamping the book. Luckily, the book doesn't really sell well right now, so it won't really make a difference if there's not a lot of readers for it right now. But it's a topic I care about, so I want to definitely make some improvements, and I think I made a good improvement for it based on the outline, the table of contents, and the basic structure of the book is a lot better. So I'm happy with it, and I will revise the book. Other than that, right now I'm focused on 5 main things. You know, there's a lot of things to focus on your publishing business, and for me too, but right now for me, I'm focused on 5 things basically. And number 1 is to create high quality books as best as possible. Back in the days, it was all about speed for me, just getting out there and moving on to the next book. But now, I'm going to do the best I can to find the best niche topic first, create a great quality book, make sure the book is angled and differentiated, so it's not just a generic book, because now with AI, you know, anyone can come into the space and create a generic book. So I want to be a couple steps ahead of the competition per se, and be able to create a unique angle for each of the books I create and publish moving forward. And I'm starting to do that now. And I'm sure as I continue to publish, I will find another way to angle my books even more, because I'm sure competitors will angle their books and so forth. So number 1, I'm focused on is the most important thing is to create high quality books that stand out in a unique niche as best as possible. Okay, I'm taking my time. And number 2, I'm focused on creating ads. Okay, I've delegated majority of the work for ads, but still I check my ads every single day. Okay, there are certain things I check every single day, like the 80-20 rule. I don't have to check every single ad, but I'll check on certain things that I do I'll check on my top ads basically, and I'll check on ads campaigns that have spent a certain amount in lifetime and have had no sales. I'll be the one who's in charge doing the pausing, you know, for all the regions out there, which doesn't take a lot of time, to be honest with you. It only takes like 5 to 10 minutes checking every single day. And I've delegated the advertising on Amazon and Facebook for right now. So I'm focused on that as well, you know, with the help of my team members, virtual assistants I've trained and hired and delegated to. So I'm doing that. Number 3, I'm also focusing on audiobooks. You know, it's simple to publish an ebook, paperback, and hardback book, but audiobook, you need one more part to that. You need to work with a narrator, or nowadays you can even work with an AI virtual voice, depending on the platform. But for me, for now, I prefer to work with real human beings for narrators. Even for books I publish using AI, I still want to work with real life narrators. The reason why is, from my understanding, if you use the virtual voice option on Amazon, ACX for example, that can only be used on ACX. And then if you want to publish a virtual AI option for another platform, you got to use another platform. So you're going to end up having 2 different versions of the audiobook. And for me, just for simplicity and organization purposes moving forward, because I might want to publish the same audiobook to another platform that comes about in the future, right? I just want to keep it simple. So to do that, I want to work with real life narrators for right now. And it just keeps it simple, you know? I'll have one audiobook for one book, and that's it. Not multiple versions. Although it will cost me a lot more, especially because right now behind the scenes I'm working on 100 plus books for audiobook projects. I have 100+ books that I've already published on Amazon that haven't been turned into an audiobook. So that's money I'm not making that I could be making. So I need to hire 100 narrators. So far, this past 30 days, I've already hired like 5 narrators per se, 5 audiobook projects. And if the narrators do a good job, I'll rehire them to do maybe 5 to 10 audiobooks, I think. And then I'll move on to, finding and hiring new narrators. Back in the days, I used to only hire narrators just from ACX alone, but I did a test. I posted a job on Upwork, and I found a lot of solid narrators. About 5 people would send me auditions, and 1 person would always stand out. Okay, generally speaking, or 5 to 10 people. So the person who stood out, I sent him an offer, and from my understanding, from my experiences, people on Upwork, they're willing to work with a lower budget, which I need right now because I'm working on 100+ audiobooks. I cannot work with narrators who want to get paid $50 to $100 per finished hour. I'm sorry, I used to do that, but if I do that, I'm going to have to wait years to get my money back. And from my experience, even working with narrators who don't require that much high rate, and you can find them, you just ask them, hey, can you work for a certain amount rate per finished hour? And the good ones, more often than not, from my experience on Upwork, they're willing to. Some of them don't have experience on ACX, so they want that first opportunity. And so if they do an excellent job and we have a good working relationship, it's just good communication, I'm willing to work on multiple projects for these narrators. I find them on Upwork. Now Upwork, if I do find people on Upwork, I do have to pay the Upwork fee. There's like a $5 fee, I believe, for hiring a new freelancer. So that's kind of like $5 or $10, something like that. So that's a cost. And 100 narrators. I got to find narrators for 100 audiobooks. So if it costs me $100 per audiobook times 100 books, that's $10,000 minimum. And that's if I get a great, like, budget-friendly narrator. And most of my books are around 3 hours long. But nowadays with AI, most of my audiobooks are now 5+ hours long, 50,000 words. Some are up to 7, 8. The longest book can go up to 8 to 10 hours potentially. So right now I'm just trying to do my best to get my audiobooks done ASAP, because that's money that I'm not making that I could be making like that, from audiobooks, from Audible, Amazon, iTunes. On top of that, I will publish it wide to Spotify and 35+ audiobook stores using Findaway Voices. But in order to do that, you have to be non-exclusive on ACX, okay, which is owned by Amazon, the audiobook department. And I prefer that. You'll get a lower royalty on ACX, but to me, it's worth it because I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket. What if something happens to ACX or your account or whatever, right? You want to have multiple baskets, multiple streams of income. So, and for me, publishing the audiobook on Spotify, sometimes Findaway Voices pays you every single month, but every 3 months they pay the Spotify payment quarterly, right? And sometimes I've seen Spotify checks come out huge payments. So I was pretty shocked about that, Spotify. I don't know about now. It's kind of similar to ACX now overall, but there's been months where I've got a really big check from Spotify. So ever since then, I was like, you know what? I got to focus on audiobooks. But in order to do that, I got to invest. Just like return on investment, it's like a stock investment. I gotta put my money in, and hopefully within a year I can get my money back. That's my goal. And after that, it'll be profit from that. But that's the third thing I'm focusing on right now. That is a key income generating activity for me in my current situation. Number 4 is something I need to focus on more, is to go wide and also build my email list. I put that category together because, again, following the theory, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I don't want to rely just on Amazon. One of my goals is not just to make money with Amazon, but also make enough money from other platforms, So the past few years, except last year, I used to go to an author conference, and it was well known. We used to be called 20 books to 50K, and it was awesome. There was 2,000 authors, and most of them were fiction. And I didn't really meet people who were like me doing publishing, so it was hard for me to meet my tribe per se, right? But I met cool people. I got to have conversation. I still got value out of it though. And one of the valuable things I learned from them was many of the top authors, they were starting to go direct, as they would say in the industry, publishing industry, which is not really talked about in the publisher's world, but basically is to publish books directly to customers, okay? And the most popular platform was Shopify. And a lot of them you're using an app they're using Shopify to create the website, but you need a print-on-demand service. So they would either use Lulu, which is free, or Book Vault, okay? And for me, I heard a lot of people say great things about Book Vault. It's a UK company, so I just went with Book Vault. And on top of that, when I set up the books using Lulu and Book Vault, at least from my experience, I don't know how it is with Lulu now, it was just a lot more user-friendly for a non-tech person, techie person like myself. So I was able to create a Shopify product. I got hundreds of products, right? So I just want a simple way to set it up, and that's it. And believe it or not, ever since I set up my books on Shopify, I'm not making crazy sales yet because I haven't really cranked up the Facebook ads, and I haven't even promoted my Shopify website that much. But every single month, almost, not every month, some months not, I would still make some sales, And you live and you learn. There's some sales here and sales there. So one of my fourth goals is I want to go wide effectively. So to do that, I want to do better with Shopify. Which is the main platform to sell wide. On top of that, build my email list, which I haven't really focused on. I'm kind of a different publisher because I've published books on all topics A to Z. So it's not focused on one niche. So I'm not able to build a very deep list. Regardless, again, I want to go with the same philosophy. Multiple streams of income. I don't want to rely on one platform, whoever it is, right? So I want to build my list, and I want to build my Shopify platform store a lot better in conjunction with Facebook ads, which is my second point I was talking about, focusing on ads. I'll do and right now I'm delegating to a virtual assistant to do ads for Facebook ads straight to Amazon, but also I'm also working on doing straight to Shopify store as well. And to be honest with you, I'm not an expert in Facebook ads right now. I just keep it simple. How much have I spent, on my ads for the month? How much have I made compared to previous months? And I'll check every single month at the end of the month. I'll check certain books that I'm advertising. Okay, how much did I spend for this book on Facebook? How much did I make compared to previous month? I keep it simple for right now. I'm sure there's other ways to track, but I'm going to keep it simple for right now because I know other authors out there who've done it that way. Just kept it simple. They don't have to be 100% perfect, and they've cranked it up with Facebook ads, and they've been able to have success with it. Fifth point I want to focus on is to continue to learn. For so many years, all these years in publishing, in my journey, I've been kind of like a lone wolf, lone ranger. I've always done everything all on my own. I kind of kept to myself, and because it's not easy to meet people just like you who are doing exactly what you're doing in real life. Even in the online world, when I went to author conferences, book conferences, a lot of them were just authors or in different genres, like, fiction per se. So I kind of like took a step back and just did my own thing. And if I did go to events, it would be like once a year, and that's it. But just recently, I joined a program by a very successful publisher, and ever since then, I've been more committed to learning. Not just learning, but it's like I'm part of a program that has like weekly live calls as well. So it's just a whole different experience for me in my journey as a publisher, because I used to do this all the time, solo, alone, all by myself. I didn't talk to anyone. I know other publishers, they meet friends and then they end up talking and becoming good friends, and that's great. I didn't have that, for a lot of different reasons. Maybe I just wanted to be alone for all these years. I tried it my way until I got humbled and realized, you know what? I hit a plateau doing it just my way. And I saw other publishers getting bigger results, okay? And that's when I realized, you know what? In a way, I felt like I hit rock bottom. It wasn't like a rock bottom feeling, but it's like when you're when you hit a plateau and you're not really growing at the skill level that you want, at the speed that you want, it feels like rock bottom after many years. Nothing's really changing. It's all the same, right? So for me, I was just like, you know what? Enough is enough. Like, I did it my way all these years. I'm going to have to let go of my ego thinking I know everything. Just because I started publishing like maybe many years before many people, I got to let that go and humble myself and say, you know what? I want to be like a newbie mindset now. I'd rather be a newbie mindset and learn, ask questions, research, let go of my pride to, and think I'm getting results. I'm a full-time publisher. So, sometimes when you have pride and ego, you don't want to ask questions. You don't want to have the student mindset. You don't want to have that growth mindset. But guess what? What I realized is that having a newbie mindset is more beneficial for me in my business, because I'm continually being able to learn, as opposed to if I think I know it all, which I was kind of like back in the days. That's why I haven't really connected with a lot of people in the industry. I didn't learn anything. I did certain things my way, which was good. There are some pros to that too. I was able to do it my way and my style. It's not complete groupthink, but my learning, the pace of my learning was very slow. And ever since I joined this program, I've been watching the training a lot more, or even on YouTube, and been on the live calls and whatnot, and it's just different. I haven't seen the results yet because it's only been like a month since I joined, or less than that. But I feel the inside has changed. It's like back in the days, 10 plus years ago, I was part of a mastermind, an online business type of mastermind for a couple of years. I was really into it, right? And this was when I started doing my YouTube videos very aggressively. I did over 1,000 videos on my channel before. Most of them I have ended up unlisting because I'm kind of embarrassed about some of the videos I made and whatnot, but I went crazy at it. And the reason why was I was part of a group. I was part of a mastermind, and I was part of a community. I was part of a tribe, and it took me to the next level. We had a 90-day video challenge back in the days, and instead of me doing one video a day for 90 days, I ended up doing like 5 videos a day for 90 days, 500 videos. I couldn't have done that if I just did it by myself. But because my friends in the industry at the time, we were all doing 90-day challenges. Everyone was, okay? I'm like, dude, I gotta do more. So I challenged myself to do 3 videos a day for 90 days. I ended up doing 5. So it's like, it's true. Like Napoleon Hill says, the number one key to success. He has 16 or 17 principles of success. And in his book, The Law of Success, the first rule and the book, The Law of Success. I just recently checked it out at the bookstore, was browsing it. The first rule is the mastermind. And I ignored it while I was in the publishing industry. But this year, it feels different. I'm part of a mastermind. And what's different is that it's not like just watching a YouTube video. We've all done that. I've done that. And that didn't take me to the next level, man. Because when you're watching a YouTube video, it's like, so what? You know? And there's information overload. You're not sure if you want to watch this or that, watch that. You didn't pay for it. It's free. You take it for granted, too. When you pay for training, right, you watch it. Even though you may not want to watch this or whatnot, you watch it because you pay for it. You put skin in the game. You have skin in the game now. So I'm taking my publishing business a lot seriously. I've noticed that internally from the inside out right now. And it feels good. It feels great. And I really believe this year is going to be different. I really believe. I might not see the fruits yet because it's the beginning, but I really believe down the line, very soon, by the end of this year, it'll be a much better result. I'm already taking care of my books a lot more seriously, outlining them differently, making it stand out, focus on quality, everything, man. So, and I'm all in. I'm listening to watching YouTube videos about publishing a lot more. I'm in part of the weekly group. That's a huge thing that I never experienced. So, and just by being there, you feel more accountable. You can't just play this like it's amateur. You got to take this professional level, you know? So anyways, I got to go. That's why, whatever industry you're in, you know, whether it's this program or another program, join it. Okay, you got to pay for it. Just like therapy. If it's free, people don't change. But if they pay for it, they change because they put skin in the game, man. So anyways, publisher journey. Thanks for watching the video. I want to do better this year, and I hope you do as well. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.